Hi 12th Airedale, Chill here. Sorry it's been a long time. I'm laughing because my son's in the corner driving me bonkers. But hi, sorry it's been a long time. I've been really busy at work. However, it is Tuesday, which means it's Cub night. So we're going to do the promise together and we're going to go. I promise to do my duty to God and Queen, to help other people and to keep the Cub Scout law. And I'm really sorry what my son's doing when I head in that corner. I'm going to sort him out. However, dib, dib, dib. Can't hear you. Dob, dob, dob. Well done. Okay, so I just wanted to say hi. Just to say what fabulous things you're all getting up to. I think you need to keep them coming. They do make me smile. I know that we're really, really proud of all the things that you're doing and all the different badges that we're going to be able to give you when we finally can get together. If I said it wrong, I'm really sorry because I've totally been a long time. I will say, stay safe, stay at home if you can, and don't drive mum and dad too crazy. Okay, dib, dib, dib. Bye from Chill for now. Bye.
Hi Cubs, it's Arkayla here. It has been a long time and I'm really sorry that I haven't been around either. I've had a lot of things going on with work and various other things, so but it's good to be back and good to see Chill there. But sorry Chill, yes you did get it wrong, but we'll let you off because it has been a long time. So I'll just go through it one more time and you can see it on the screen. I promise that I will do my best to do my duty to God and to the Queen, to help other people and to keep the Cub Scout law. We realise that you've all been very busy too with your schoolwork and various other things, but we hope you've had some time to work on the badges that we have been sent you before half term, and I'll go through some of the information about that again today. But first of all, we are going to start to look at doing our Pioneer badge. So I'm going to hand over to Rakshar.
Hello Cubs, good evening, it's Rakshar here. I hope you're all keeping really well and looking after yourselves and the people that you live with, and we really look forward to seeing you face to face as soon as we possibly can. So I'm going to do some work on the Pioneer badge with you over the next few weeks. So we're going to learn all about knots and lashings and building things. And I've heard pioneering described as the scouting engineering. So it's how we build things. So when you're on camp and you've just got sticks and string, this is how you're going to make stuff. Starting off really basic with our knots tonight, and I'm learning these with you. So we're doing this together. So I've got 2 pieces of paracord. Different colours just so it makes it easier when we're demonstrating the knots. Yours can be the same. So you can use paracord or string or wool or rope. Some of these are better. If it's a bit thicker, it's better, but if you've only got string or wool, give it a go. Another option is shoelaces. Just make sure you ask the person who the shoes belong to before you take the shoelaces, if that's all right. So there's lots of parts to the badge. There's making your own rope. We'll do that another week. There's learning how to tie 3 knots and some hitches and doing some lashings, and then there's building something. So we're going to work our way up to those. Tonight we're going to start on the knots and the hitch. So some basics from which we can then build on to do other things. So that's the plan. I'm going to switch my camera view round so you'll just see my hands and the bits of paracord. And I am going to use a pencil tonight as well. But wooden spoon handle, pencil, twig, bamboo cane, anything you've got is absolutely fine. So I'll be back in a moment. So first of all, what we're going to start with is just an overhand knot. There we go, that's what it's called. And this is just something you might want to do just to tie something off at the end, and we might use it later. So literally, you take a bit of string. This is just for one piece. This is just the end. Make a loop, poke it through, and pull it. And that's a good thing. So if you're trying to thread it through a hole, that won't go through. So that's just a good one to know. Then we're going to do, if I can undo this, we're going to do a reef knot. So I've got yellow and orange. So we put yellow over orange or left over right. You may have heard this one. Fold that underneath, and you've got like a twist. And then you still work with the yellow, so now it's right over the top of left, poke it through and pull it. And that's a good knot just for joining two bits together. So I'm going to do that one again for you. The rhyme that goes with this is left over right, under and pull, right over left, under and pull. So it's always the same piece. You have a working piece and a static piece. So left over right, under, pull. So this is probably what you do when you start to tie your shoelaces. Right over left, under and pull. And that is your reef knot. Okay, next we're going to do a figure of 8, which is another stopper knot like the overhand one was. So we've just got one piece, and we take the end and we start by making a loop. So we've got a loop, and then this piece, the end, folds underneath, so it's popping up the top, and it goes over and through the loop. And if you have a look at that, yeah, looks like a bit like a figure of 8, and you pull it nice and tight, and again, that stops things going anywhere. So that is knot number 2. Okay, next we're going to have a go at a sheep bend. Really good for attaching two pieces together, especially if one is thicker than the other one. So, say a bit of paracord and a bit of string, or a rope and a bit of paracord. Mine are both the same, but we're going to imagine for this example that the yellow one is thicker. So first of all, we make a loop in the yellow one. Then we bring the thinner piece up from behind, and then clamp that and wrap it underneath. It's gone round the back, so it's come through the loop and then round the back, and then it goes back under itself. And we give it a pull, and we've got a nice tight knot. So we'll have another go at that one. I didn't go very well, do it really. So we'll make a loop. We'll come up, and we'll go round the back, and then back underneath itself, and give it a tug. There. Nice, strong joining knot. Okay, and finally for this week, we're going to do a round turn and 2 half hitches. So this is where we just need your pencil or your spoon handle or a drumstick, anything you've got, and your bit of string or wool. So this is good for attaching whatever's on the end of your string to a piece of wood. So pop your string over the top, and then you wrap it around again. Keep a reasonably nice long end. So that's the round bit of the name of the round turn and 2 half hitches. Then you put your end over the top of that piece, fold it underneath and bring it through the gap. Pull it a little tight, and then you just do, that's your half hitch, exactly the same again. So over the top, fold it behind, pop it through the loop and give it a tug. And there you've got a nice strong attachment. So there we go. So we've now done an overhand knot. So there we've done this week. We've done our overhand knot, we've done a reef knot, a figure of 8, a sheep bend, and a round turn and 2 half hitches. So what I'd like you to do is have a go at doing some of those at home. There's things on the internet if you're not sure, or there's books, but just give it a go. Watch my videos, hopefully they'll help. And if you could just post us some pictures, maybe you could make a knot board, or you could just post a picture of you with your holding your bits of string with your knots, and we'll tick those off.
And another interesting thing we thought you might like to make is a sandwich wrap, which you can reuse, wipe down afterwards and reuse again. So you're not using lots of cling film or little plastic sandwich bags or foil. And they're really easy to make. If anybody is interested in making one, I have the fabric and also the beeswax pellets that I can deliver to you. So after you've seen these pictures, which are all the instructions of how to make the sandwich wrap, which I'm also going to email to your parents, there's a picture with lots of different fabrics on it. It's all dinosaur fabrics, so it's really cool. So let your grown-up know if you'd like to make one, and I can deliver the materials to your house. There's also follows a few more photographs of each step of how to just do a plain one without the flowers and the leaves. So I'll go through each of those pictures now and explain how to do it. First of all, you need to get your fabric, either what I've brought to you or some that you might have at home, but it has to be 100% cotton. The best way to stop it from fraying around the edges is to use pinking shears, these funny serrated scissors that you can see in the picture, to go around the edges. Obviously you might need help from a grown-up with that, or if I deliver it to you, I will have done that for you already. So cut it to the correct size, and then you're all ready to go. Next, you need to get a grown-up to help you put the oven on to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you need to get a baking tray and put a piece of baking parchment, or sometimes people call it greaseproof paper, which is slightly bigger than your piece of fabric, and lay your piece of fabric on the baking sheet. If it's got a pattern on it, lay the pattern side downwards onto the baking paper. Then, as you can see in the picture, scatter the beeswax pellets evenly across the fabric that's on the baking tray. Then you need to put it in the oven when it's heated up for about between 4 and 8 minutes until all the wax has already melted. Next, you need to get a brush. You can use an old paintbrush and evenly spread the melted wax all over the fabric that you've got on the baking tray. Next, you need to leave the beeswax wrap to dry. You can either hang it over a hanger, as you can see in the picture, with the beeswax side upwards, or you can hang it over the back of a chair until it's actually ready and it's dry. Probably leave it overnight. You can add buttons to it to make it into a little pouch, or hand sew it, or you can just use it as it is and wrap the fabric around your sandwich. Make sure you put the sandwich on the non-treated side, the side that doesn't have the wax, and when you're wrapping a sandwich up in it, and you really need to make sure that you only wash it with warm soapy water and a cloth. Don't put it right into the water or expose it to high temperatures like a dishwasher or a washing machine. And you can re-wax it if at some point that the wax sort of disappears. You just repeat the process again. The other activity that you can try this week is making rope out of natural materials. First of all, you need to find something quite strong that's not going to break when you twist or bend it. We found some really good sort of strands of foliage which had leaves on when we were in the woods, and you can see here the boys stripping all the leaves off. There's various other materials that you can use for this, and I'm emailing your grown-up a list of different things that you can try. We're going to try using the technique called the reverse wrap. So you take 3 strands of your natural material and you make a knot in the end, as you can see here in the picture. That's it. And now you take the furthest strand and twist it round, twiddling it round at least 4 times, and turn it around the other 2 strands, and then twist the next strand and do the same. If you want to make it longer, when one of the strands is coming to an end, you can bind a new strand onto it by twisting it round, and you can do that with each strand as you come to them. You can see here in the video how strong the natural rope is and how difficult it is to actually break it. And I'm going to put in the next picture I'm going to put up is a link to a YouTube video where you can see exactly how to do this. You don't need to take any notice of their explanation of what materials to use. You can use any that I've mentioned or the ones in the email. The link, this link you can see here, will also be on the 4th page of the attachment that I send via email about how to make the natural rope. There's another exciting event that you can take part in this weekend. It runs from noon on Saturday to noon on Sunday. It's called the Great Indoors Weekender. You can earn a badge for this if you take part. Your parents will have received an email about it, and it's the UK's biggest digital summer camp. You can build a den in your living room or your garden or anywhere at home. There's going to be lots of online things that you can join in with, from celebrity guests, cooking, crafts, music and much more. You get the chance to have lots of fun while learning skills. There's also a virtual campfire again. So please do send us in any of your pictures if you'd like to take part in this, and you'll find all the information in the email that's been sent to you, or online on any of the Scout pages on Facebook. And if you need to know anything else, please just do get in touch with us. You can also sleep in a tent, obviously, if you'd like to pitch one in your garden. Don't forget to continue sending us the information that you've completed these different badges, and sending us pictures. You can send us emails so that we can get these badges signed off, or some of the optional ones that you'd like to try. So making sure that you're showing that I'd love to see how your plants are growing, or your seeds, what you've been doing in terms of your naturalist badge, and keeping a record of different areas that you visit and what's growing there and what changes over time. There's going to be a little video now with a little goodbye song that I think we've sung before and you'd certainly like. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you again next week with some more activities for the Pioneer Badge. Take care, everyone. So I thought we might sing a little goodbye song. So are we ready for the music?
Oh, it's time to say goodbye to our friends, and it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Wave your hands and say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye to our friends. We would like to say a big thank you. We would like to say a big thank you. Thank you for signing with us. You for signing with us. You for signing with us. Thank you.
And a very big thank you to Dawn from Signing Tots for that lovely song. So bye-bye, and I'll see you next time.